सो हेलो गाइस, आगे कुछ स्ट्रीम के साथ गेंशन की ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस बैक टू द स्ट्रीम एंड गुड मॉर्निंग। ठीक है गाइस, कल के दिन स्ट्रीम नहीं हुई थी, मुझे पता है आज कर रहे हैं। कल मैं थोड़ा बिजी था इसके लिए गाइस। ठीक है, एंड स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले हम मिशन करेंगे, देन आगे देखते हैं। ओके गाइस, चलिए।
Dodge this! Cool it! What's the hurry?
ओए कर दिया रे मिक्रो स्ट्रीम जैकी क्या कर दिया भाई क्या कर दिया ओयो कर दिया रे अच्छा ओए भाई असिल लोने बताओ
Dodge this! Cyclone! This moment will be frozen in time.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
We're open! Fracture! Can't fool me!
Have a little taste.
Bring it on!
Picked the wrong test subject.
एक क्रिश ब्रो इसको तो स्ट्रीम कितना है यार 33 ब्रो क्या हुआ भाई? फिश बंडर क्यों निकाल रहे हो? रेडियो सेवन निकालना। हाँ भाई, पता है उसके तो निकाल रहा हूँ, मैं भी वेट कर रहा हूँ। कमरे में लिए रिव्यू कर देना चाहिए कॉमर्स। अरे मेट्स का वेट कर रहे स्ट्रीम ब्रो। बस विशेष जमा कर रहा हूँ, तो क्या रीडिंग के लिए। अभी 4 जमा हुई है टोटल। आगे देखते, सीधा रीडिंग निकालेंगे और क्या।
Yeah. Confess.
Decided by destiny.
Cyclone. Oh, so sorry. Freeze. Can't fool me!
बिग फैन सर, बिग फैन। एचडी गेमिंग वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम ब्रो। कहाँ के बिग फैन? टोटल 4। हाँ भाई 4 है, जमा तो किए कम से कम। तो मैं तरह थोड़ी। तो मैट्स का वेट कर रहा है कि भाई कब निकलेगा मेरा वंडरर। मैं सीधा सोगन निकलेगा भाई।
Dodge this!
Rain cutter.
Confess! Fracture! Cool it! This moment will be frozen. Bring it on!
Investigating extramarital affairs, tracking down runaway pets. Those are pretty much the only cases you'll find at a detective agency. I personally need cases of a higher caliber. So obviously my only option was to jump.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
I wonder which criminal mastermind just protested their innocence in court. A liar by the sounds of it.
इवेंट क्या कौन सा वाला इवेंट? अरे यहाँ बीटर मिलता है ना, बीटर ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं। बीटर कहाँ मिलता है? अब आइडिया यहाँ मिलता है, लोकेशन पता है। कौन सा इवेंट बोल रहे हो? भाई ये वाला कौन सा है इवेंट? फर्स्ट वाला। हाँ ये बाकी तो रह गया, करना पड़ेगा। चलो कर लेते। ऐसा है क्या? ठीक है, तो कोई आएगा तो कर लूँगा उसके साथ। फिलहाल तो कोई है नहीं जो आएगा। चलो
So, you must be Hitatsume Kozo.
Yeah.
No need to be nervous. I'm Yuimiya, and I run Naganohara Fireworks.
Oh, I once saw some Naganohara fireworks. Even though I was watching from a distance, they were still so beautiful.
Really? Then the next time we meet, I'll bring some fireworks for us to launch together.
Whoa, really? Thank you very much. And if I may ask, are you Lord Kaedehara?
Yes, that's me.
I've seen you with your sword in the wilderness. You made quick work of many opponents with your
That must have been when I was trying to escape Inazuma. It wasn't as impressive as you make it seem. The head of the Kamisato clan also lent me his assistance at the time. By the way, this is his sister.
Oh, so you must be the one and only Shirasa.
There's no need to be so...
I never imagined I'd ever meet someone as distinguished as you. I must be dreaming.
Hey, don't you want to go talk to them too?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rather shy.
Really? Well, that's strange. You seemed completely fine when we were chatting.
I'm not sure why. but I feel so relaxed when talking with you, General Goro. Actually, I'm the most timid of the three of us. Sorry for rambling on. It's odd. I'm not normally like this.
It's okay. You can't excel at everything. The important thing is to have the courage to change.
Hey there. Chatting away, I see. Mind if I join you?
I've never seen a Kappa before.
Hello there.
Thank you for bringing so many amazing people to meet us.
Ah, it's nothing. Being the one and only means... Oh, I should mention that I even have my own gang. And every member...
Classic Ito! There you go, bragging about yourself again. Don't confuse them. Everyone's here for the test of courage, not because you brought them here.
Hey, this is my moment, Paimon. Don't ruin it for me.
Ito really isn't as cool as he claims to be. When it comes to having connections in Inazuma, nobody can beat Paimon and the Traveler.
Oh, yeah? All right. Well, then let's have a little contest and see who knows the most.
Sure, bring it on, Bullcheck.
Please don't fight. Actually, I think you're both real, and you also have a great friendship. Just like...
Well, of course. Boss! Oh, it's the boy. Ah, darn it. I was so caught up with the yokai that I forgot I was supposed to scare the daylight. Boss! Hey, fellas. Look,
Boss!
Wait, what now?
We shouldn't have ever doubted you, boss. You were right.
Yeah, the test of courage is terrifying. There are definitely ghosts here. I still get shivers just thinking about it. But the thrill was kind of fun.
Oh, well, I told you it would be an exhilarating experience. Anyway, no need to be too scared now. Let me tell you what's... It turns out there aren't any ghosts here. All the scary stuff you saw was just a little misunderstanding we had with the yokai. Right?
Sorry, but I've never seen these three before. I'm not sure where you've been or what you've seen, but I don't think it had anything to do with us.
Huh?
Huh?
Wait, hold on, little Yoko. You're kidding, right? Wait, you know, now's not really the time for that.
No, I'm serious. I really don't know what's going on.
But if it wasn't you guys, does that mean there are real ghosts out here?
Oh, that's right. Paimon assumed she was a yokai too. And we even played a Kitsu yokai.
I'm not sure who it was you met, but we're the only three yokai who wanted to hold a festival here.
So she was a ghost?
Boss, save us!
Calm down. Everyone just calm down now.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, you're the Tenryou Commission's...
Hazel!
There's nothing to fear. Even if there really is a ghost, all your noise... Ito, you and your gang should go and inform the other contestants about the situation. Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, okay.
Paimon somehow feels a little better now that Hazel's here.
हाँ करता हूँ, वाले क्विज को अलग ही करेंगे अभी। दूसरे भी हाँ कोप में कंप्लीट कर दिलो बाकी वही कर रहा हूँ। ज़्यादा होगा नहीं क्या इसका मुझे स्पेंडिंग कंप्लीट है। हाँ तो भाई इससे क्या खरीदा जाए बताओ। मैट्स का है ये खरीदू क्या मटेरियल है ये।
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.
होगा ऊपर से राइड करना पड़ेगा ये वाला मेन में। कोपमेंट के सिंपल लेवल दूसरा ट्राई हार्ड लेवल इसमें दोनों का अच्छा ये एक सिंपल लेवल था और ये हार्ड लेवल करना पड़ेगा ऐसा ना। टाइम लिमिट 2 और ये सब बॉल्स 10। अच्छा अब समझ आया तो ये करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है चलो यही कर लेते हैं फिर उसके बाद ये अलग करता है बिल्कुल ये अलग कर लेते हैं। हाँ दोनों को अपना कर लो फिर रिमोट 900 मिलेंगे। अरे भाई 1000 मिलने वाले थे ना 900 हो गए। हेलो अंकल जी। हाँ भाई हेलो, एक स्ट्रीम ब्रो। एक बंदे को आगे खिलाओ, एक बंदे पीछे से खिलाओ बस। हाँ उतना ही तो क्या। हाँ भाई चलो ये ख़त्म हो गया, अब ये बाकी है ना। चलो ये भी कर लेते हैं बतेरी।
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well?
Hello? Miss Shrine Maiden? What's this? Look, there's something written in red on the bulletin board. Round 3, item, Hagoita. Does this mean that the item we have to find in the 3rd round is a Hagoita?
The Shrine Maiden appears to be urging us to finish the 3rd round of the Test of Courage.
But where did she go? Has she been taken away by a ghost? Will Paimon be next? Paimon will never leave your side now!
The words are scribbled hastily, but there's no evidence of a struggle. However, aren't there too many words written here? I believe that the 3 items chosen for this 3-round contest were each selected by the 3 organizing parties. The Dongo Milk was chosen by the merchant who funded the event, and the fan was chosen by the Yashiro Commission, which provided... So, does the Hagoita, which should have been chosen by the Grand Narukami Shrine, have any unique significance?
Let's worry about that later. The bigger question is, are we really going to join the 3rd round of the Test of Courage? Paimon would love to win the grand prize, but our safety comes first. How about we make a tactical retreat?
I still have my commission to complete, so I'll step. Fear arises from mystery, and it's a detective's job to unearth the truth from...
Paimon somehow feels a little better after hearing you say that. Okay then, let's wait for a while. Maybe the Shrine Maiden had something to take care of and we'll be back soon.
there's something.
ये वाला कहाँ से होगा? मैट्स का है? कहाँ भाई, चैट में है कि नहीं? कंप्लीट रैपिंग पावर्स। अरे ये सेकंड वाला ओपन तो हो गया, बनी ओपन नहीं हुआ अभी तक। ये करने का इसका कहाँ से करना है इसको? किस वाले पे? मैंने बोला फर्स्ट वाला ऑप्शन, ये वाला। ये वाला थर्ड। ये तो केस्ट आया पर अभी तक आया नहीं है। ये वेट अंटिल द फॉलोइंग डे। ये देखो, ये गो टू चैलेंज है ये वाला, सबसे फर्स्ट वाला। ठीक है, ये कंप्लीट हो गया है। ये सेकंड वाला ओपन कैसे करूँ ऐसा पूछ रहा हूँ। तो कहाँ दिख रहा है तुम्हें गो टू केस्ट? वो तो इसके अंदर है, थर्ड वाले में, पर वाला। ये देखो दूसरे वाला भी बंद है। तीन ऑप्शन है, फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड। कौन से वाले में बोल रहे हो बताओ? सेकंड वाले में सेकंड वाले पर जाओ, फिर बाहर निकल कर। अच्छा ये वाला बोल रहे हो? ठीक है, कर लेते चलो। सॉरी आई एम नूब। चलो ये कर लेते पहले। ये वाला सोलो है सामने। हाँ एक ये ले लेता हूँ, एक लीसा, ठीक है। एंड और क्या लूँ, एक सिंचू और एक फायर कैरेक्टर ले लूँ, है ना। बढ़िया, मैच का टीम बराबर है। एक ये देख लो भाई, बराबर है ना। फिर स्टार्ट करता हूँ मैं ये वाला सोलो। अंदर ये टारगेट को मारना है बॉल से। मस्त है। अच्छा ऐसा है, ठीक है। और ये जो मैंने सिलेक्ट किया मॉडिफायर्स वो अच्छे, बढ़िया है कि चेंज करूँ कोई तीनों में से। ये भाई चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर। अरे ये वाला अवेलेबल नहीं है इसमें कॉप में, ये सोलो ही करना पड़ेगा। इसको सोलो कर रहा हूँ। अच्छा है ना, ओ सॉरी, माय मिस्टेक।
Next on the agenda.
Let's move out. Yeah, a publishing house. Let's move out.
ये क्या हुआ है? हाँ ना भाई, क्या कर सकते हैं। हो गया, बस काम की चीज़ मिल गई ना, बाकी फालतू चीज़ नहीं चाहिए भाई। और चाहिए, अरे यार वापस करना पड़ेगा। ये भाई निकल, हट साले। क्या हुआ? सेकंड वाले पर देखो तो सेकंड वाला बाकी है अभी, फर्स्ट तो करना था ये। भाई यार इसकी वजह से मेरा गेम भाई लैग हो गया भाई, ये बताओ निकल भी नहीं रहा है। प्लेयर बिटवीन सीन प्लीज ट्राई अगेन लेटर। भाई सीन होते हुए लैग हुआ है, सीन मेरा हो रहा है भाई, बताओ। वही तो कर रहा हूँ, नहीं हो रहा। टेम्परेरी इनेबल भाई, गेम रिस्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा। हाँ हो गया हो गया हो गया, लेफ्ट हो गया। ये कैसे कैसे बंदे आते हैं भाई, बताओ क्या कर सकते हैं गाइस। इसके तो मैंने बोला फर्स्ट और सेकंड करते हैं। वो बंदे को ऐसा मत बोल, मैं भी उस कैटेगरी में आता हूँ। भाई कहाँ से आते हो तुम लोग, मुझे बताओगे आते कहाँ से हो? भाई मैं हाँ ये वाला खुल गया ना, अब हो गया ये वाला आइस। चलो भाई
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
हम्म, 11,000। नाम देख के नो समझे क्या? चलो भाई, यहाँ पे वापस जाना पड़ेगा। क्या था मेड्स का तो 50 के।
No, my sword!
What's the hurry?
Traveler, Paimon, please let me be your partner for the final round. I'd like your assistance with this investigation, since you two are the only ones who have seen the alleged ghost.
That's fine with Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I have a few theories, but we don't have enough leads yet. There are some places I'd like to investigate first, so you two can accompany me.
Sure. Where would you like to start?
I want to go back to where we first met up. According to your accounts, you encountered the ghost there, and I believe there may still be some clues there.
Do we really have to go there?
Are you worried that she'll be waiting for us? If anything, that would make things easier. My worry is that we won't be able to find her. Honestly, it'd save me a lot of trouble if she were to show up on—
Wow, Hazel! You're fearless.
The more cases you see, the less afraid you become. Let's go. This should be approximately where you first encountered the ghost. Of course, we cannot conclude whether the woman is actually a ghost or not at this point, but I'd like to go over everything that happened again. Do you recall anything she said at the time?
Let Paimon think. She warned us not to go near her. Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to remember that moment. Paimon's shivering just thinking about it.
And then what happened?
Then, everything seemed to get darker, and Paimon started to feel dizzy. Paimon saw some sort of black mist surrounding the ghost, and then Paimon passed out.
Based on your account, it does really seem like you've seen a ghost.
Exactly! So are you convinced it was a ghost now?
It's possible, but I'm more interested in what she's actually trying to achieve than even if she is a ghost. As long as she possesses some sense of reason, then there—
Wasn't she after our souls?
I think she was just trying to scare you.
Oh, you think so?
Think about it. If I had the ability to take your souls, then why go to the trouble of warning? Besides, a ghost wouldn't have allowed you to walk away knowing about the secret of its powers.
That does make sense. Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
I believe there are only two possibilities. The first is that she wanted to reap your souls, but there was some condition that had to be met. You know, but if you had really been cursed, then you would probably have noticed it by now. So, this is the less likely scenario.
But why would she want to scare us away? Maybe she was trying to get us to quit so she could claim the Test of Courage prizes. Oh! Probably not. So why does she want to scare us? Do you have any ideas, Hazel?
Based solely on your account, I don't— But this evidence alone is insufficient to make any valid assumptions. She could very well be guarding some treasure or covering up a crime. Though, my intuition is telling me that neither of these hypotheses are correct. Let's continue investigating the surrounding area. Have you found any leads yet?
Yeah, some tree branches seem like they were bent by something, but...
I see. After you left, I took a good look around the area. Aside from the bent branches, there are burn marks in some places, but that doesn't really tell us much. If only there was some more conclusive evidence.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's you guys! What are you all doing?
We heard you were out searching for clues.
Oh, that's really
Actually, we're also really unsure about... We just asked the members of Mr. Ito's gang about what happened to them. And it sounded that lady is either a nasty evil spirit or a formidable yokai. But we still want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival. Uh-huh.
We long admired the friendship between Lord Kamai and the samurai, which is why we want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival, to return the favor we once received. Even though our powers are limited, we don't want this bond of friendship to vanish.
The Chinju Forest covers a large area, so it'd be great to have more help in the Welcome to the team. Let's all do our best to figure out what's going on.
Don't worry, we're very familiar with the area. We won't miss any clues. Look what I found down by the river! Huh? What is it?
Is it a scrap of black cloth? I've never seen...
This is a piece of shade cloth.
Shade cloth?
Yeah, it can effectively block out light and is used in a variety of settings, including stage performances. There's a rough tear in the cloth, probably caused by a sharp stone, or maybe some branches.
Branches?
Suppose that a large shade cloth was originally hung from a tree, bending the branches. When the shade cloth was removed from the tree, perhaps one of the corners caught and the branches ripped it, causing a small piece of black cloth to fall into the river. Either she didn't care, or she was in too great a hurry. Perhaps she had other things...
But why would she hang shade cloth in the trees?
I'm only speculating, but maybe she used it to create the atmosphere you experience. Let's not worry about that for now. There are still many variables I haven't deduced yet. Next, I'd like to investigate the place where the Arataki gang encountered her. Do you know how to get there?
Oh, I know the way. I asked the gang members where their encounter with the ghost happened when we were...
Good. Please lead the way. Let's go find out what's going on.
This is the place. They claimed that as they passed through here, the area suddenly grew dark, and some ghostly flames appeared out of nowhere.
Huh. What a coincidence. We saw the very same thing.
Let's start by taking a look around the area, just as...
I found some sort of smashed ball under the tree. The inside of it looks like it was blackened by smoke, and it smells like fireworks.
Judging from the burn marks left on the scene, the ghostly flames you saw were not created by yokai power. Rather, they appear to have been caused by something flammable.
There's some strange powder in the cracks of these stones. I picked some up and sniffed it to see what it is, and
Similar scare tactics. And she didn't have the time to completely hide the traces. I believe we're closing in on the truth now. I'm almost certain that the woman you encountered was not a ghost. She possesses no extraordinary powers. She was merely scaring people with some small props she had set.
Some small props? But can you really do all that with just some props?
First and foremost, the test of courage contributed to the unsettling atmosphere here. You were initially frightened by your first encounter with these 3 yokai. Because you were already tensed up, you were breathing more rapidly and inhaled a lot of sleeping powder that she had sprinkled around the area. That is what caused you to feel dizzy. That's when she pulled down the shade cloth and lit those so-called ghostly flames, creating a terrifying scene.
So, it was all just a show? She tricked us!
There is, however, still one loose end. The person who commissioned my investigation did become stranded on... That couldn't have been accomplished by just a few small props. But if she...
Oh, Paimon can't wrap her head around all...
She can only use props to scare people in the forest, but she can use strange powers on the beach.
Whoa, that would...
If we rule out the potential of organized crime, then only one possibility remains. I know who the woman is. Let's go to the beach.
We'll come along.
No. You should go back and tell the others not to be afraid and not waste their time searching the forest. The truth has surfaced. It's time to put an end to all the unnecessary panic.
okay. If you run into any danger, simply call out our names. We'll be able to hear you.
There shouldn't be any danger now, but thank you anyway. Let's search along the cliffside. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a chunk of earth that's unlike the others.
Time to act, body and mind.
I knew it. I knew that you would come find me here.
There she is. Paimon thought you were a yokai like the others, but they said they never seen you before. So, who are you? And why did you try to scare me?
I have already warned you never to speak to me. If you don't leave now, then...
She's terrifying! Hazel, it sure doesn't seem like she's using any props this...
Don't move. Just trust me. Your yokai power won't scare us. It will only hasten your demise.
Yokai power?
Huh? How did you know?
You're a yokai that emerged from an object and assumed a human form outside of your own body. When this type of yokai is close to its own body, it can use some yokai power, but that ability weakens as... And if the original body is destroyed, then the yokai that originated from it will likewise... Should I refer to you as a Hogoita spirit or Tsukumogami?
Don't bother. You may call me Hanyuda Chizuru. That is the name.
Chizuru? Why do you want us to leave? If you're a yokai, you should understand why the other yokai want to interact with you. Besides, we had a great time playing Akitsu Yugen together, didn't we? Just like the story of Kamai and the Sand...
Yes. That's why. That's why I don't want you to be sad too.
Sad?
I'm sure the yokai have already told you of the story about Kamai befriending the... But they don't actually know. The samurai was about 25 years old when they met at the festival. They met again 10 years later and remained friends. They spent time together drinking, traveling, and sparring. When they had first met, they merely respected each other, but 10 years later, they became best friends. After another decade, the samurai had reached the pinnacle of his swordsmanship and won their duel by a narrow margin. Kamai was so astonished by his defeat, he gave up drinking and began training to become stronger for their next duel. However, another 10 years later, Kamai did not meet the samurai. As it turned out, war had broken out in the south, and the samurai had gone to defend the border. Kamai was unconcerned, because 10 years was nothing in a yokai's lifetime. But when they met once again, Kamai discovered that the samurai was already 65 years old. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the samurai's gray hair and scars covering his body.
Hey, old friend. Can you still wield the sword?
I'm getting too old to fight. This time, I've come to say goodbye.
I see. Then, how about one last game of Akitsu Hazura?
All right.
The samurai gave his best effort during the game, but had to quit halfway through because he was too weak. After putting down his Agoita, Kamai remained silent for a long time before letting out a long sigh.
What a shame.
Their friendship started as something they looked forward to. Lord Kamai's appearance hadn't changed, but his dear friend in front of him had grown. People often say that those outside the situation can see things more clearly. And I learned a harsh truth. We yokai are different from humans. We have longer lifespans and different natures, but we share the same. When the dream ends, all that even a wise and seasoned yokai like Kamai felt sadness when it was time to say goodbye.
Oh.
So, you mean...
I was hiding on this beach, waiting for the last of my days. But those 3 yokai came and set up the Akitsu Yugen here. I didn't want them to approach humans with unbridled optimism and enthusiasm just because they'd heard the legend.
Is that why you pretended to be a ghost? To scare all the people away? Oh, so you must be the one who trapped that guy on the beach. That was a little bit harsh, don't you think?
My power has become pretty weak now. And most of the time I just use some props I've collected. But that jerk was greedy. He wanted to steal the decorations from Akitsu Yugen and sell them for a prop. That's why I used my yokai power.
Ah, so that's what happened. You have a strong sense of justice. By the way, how did you know the rest of the story about Kamai and the samurai?
It's okay if you don't want to tell us. I've already figured it out. Your true form is this pair of Hagoita, isn't it?
Hagoita? Oh, wait! So that means she's...
The pair of Hagoita used by Kamai and the human samurai to play Akitsu Hazura hundreds of years ago. You gradually developed sentience after being influenced by great yokai power. You were the closest to witness that even with the yokai power's blessing, the Hagoita have started to rot away after hundreds of years. And if my theory is correct, this pair of Hagoita is also the item we need to find for the 3rd...
Excellent work. You figured it all out. Congratulations, little ones. You've passed the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Miko? And the Shrine Maiden?
I apologize for causing you concern.
Well, what did you think? Were you scared? Because fear is induced by uncertainty, the more chaotic the situation, the better. Having the event staff also mysteriously vanish only added to the uncertainty.
So you're the one responsible for all the scary stuff.
Hitomi, go tell the others that the test of courage has ended and that we have a winner.
Now that I've solved the mystery, I'm going back to meet with my client. I'll see you two later.
Miko, did you choose the Hagoita for the third round of the test?
Miko, Lady Yae,
I followed Kitsune Saigu around the Mikawa Flower Festival one year and saw her play Akitsu Hazura. That was when I saw you. You didn't have a human form at the time and possessed only the...
I remember now. You were on Kitsune Saigu.
I went for a stroll on the beach some time ago and sensed a familiar yokai power. Though your power was weak, I was still able to find you. You were sitting in a tree, gazing. I overheard you telling yourself that you must be patient and avoid contact with humans.
Huh? When was that? I didn't notice.
With your powers being so diminished, it was only natural that you didn't notice me. You must have been blaming yourself all this time. You knew Kamai and the samurai became friends as a result of Akitsu Hazura.
At the time, I couldn't take on a human form like this. After they first met at the Mikawa Flower Festival, I felt proud to know that I had left. But after they said their final goodbyes, I could often hear Kamai sighing to himself. Lady Yae, you are a well-known yokai. You must know many more things than people meet, become friends, and then go their separate ways. After such a short time, is it really worthwhile for us yokai to interact with humans?
Why not? Tell me, how did you feel when you played Akitsu Yugen with the Traveler?
I felt happy.
But your rationality told you that it was wrong, didn't it? It turns out that there is still another piece to the story of Kamai and the samurai that you are missing.
What do you mean? The samurai and Kamai never met again.
True, but the story doesn't end there. That samurai's name was Yanagibashi Takuto, who also happens to be the founder. It is believed that Takuto developed this style of swordsmanship while dueling with Kamai, who had all 500 years ago. Kamai and Tominaga fought side by side until their final moments, and the sword Tominaga wielded was passed down.
Oh, I never knew.
We yokai are not like humans. Humans have too short a lifespan, and the day will inevitably come when we must say goodbye. However, the bond formed by friendship will not be broken, but rather carried on in a new form. There's no reason to be upset by this. Time flies by in an instant, and life passes by like a dream. So, you must be happy in the present. You should understand what I mean now.
Hey, compadres!
Ito, what are you doing here?
He told me everything. And I also heard that you won the last round. I even know who the ghost lady is now. Anyway, I had a little discussion with the others, and, Hey, you're that fox lady. Why are you here?
Please just disregard my presence.
Ah, right. Alright, listen up. To celebrate the end of the Test of Courage event, we will be holding the Mikawa... I gave it some real thought and realized that it might be kind of difficult for those little yokai to hold the festival on their own. But when... That's right. Arataki, the one and only Ito, will be in charge of organizing the...
Hooray for Ito!
Oh.
Can we really trust this guy with the festival?
Hey, what you trying to say? Besides, it won't just be me. Everyone's busy getting ready, and the festival will be up and running in no time. It won't be long until you can all join the fun.
You're the best, Ito!
And what would a festival be without me? I'll be sure to go have a look, too. It has been some time since I've attended a festival. Fortunately, I brought sake with me.
Paimon's gotta admit, Ito does have his moments. A festival, delicious food, count Paimon in!
All right, I'll join.
Looks like the festival has started! Let's go check it out!
Time to act.
Ito and Goro! What are you two talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that if I had more time, I'd have built a massive fishing pond here.
Fishing? You know, when I lived on Watatsumi Island, I used to just dive into the sea and catch fish with my bare hands.
Take it from an expert, using your hands to catch fish is nowhere near as fun as using a fishing rod. Just the other day, I caught a fish so big that I didn't even know how to—
That's an unusual...
Huh? A big fish? How come you didn't tell us?
Huh? You wrote a letter to Yai Publishing House?
Oh, you bet I did. I wrote to the That's Life column and asked Miss Hina for advice.
What a coincidence. I do some part-time work there, and I recently received a similar letter.
You mean the letter was about dealing with a giant fish they caught? No. Could it be? Could it be that there's someone as good at fishing as I am? Oh, not on my watch. Hey, you all go enjoy the festival. I'm gonna get out. Just you wait. I'll be inviting you all to my fish feast.
Aw, the string snapped. Yoimiya, this is more difficult than it looks. Can you really fish out?
Don't worry. Let me show you a little trick. Yo-Yo Tsuri! Paimon see this game in some light novels. Do you want to give it a shot? Oh, it looks kinda tricky. Paimon will let the traveler try. Yeah?
But Yoimiya, if I close one eye, I won't be able to see anything.
This ramen is so good.
Yes, it feels like it's been ages since the last...
You mean you don't get to eat ramen very often, Ayaka? But it's so...
Oh, it's you. We'll need two. Food like ramen and hot pot tend to have a lot of oil and salt, so I don't get to eat them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, now Paimon totally gets why Ayaka would put cake...
Huh?
Oh, please, no need to bring that up again.
Phew, I'm stuffed. And feel...
By the way, were there any special stalls at Yokai Festival?
Yes, but... Well, it's a long story.
Paimon can't believe you couldn't get a single water balloon. You've got... Chizuru managed to finally get one and gave it to Hitotsume Koso.
He looked like he really wanted...
But Paimon would...
All right, then I'll catch one for you next...
Yay!
Come on now, this is way more expensive than usual. Even if it is a festival, you shouldn't hike up the prices this—
Hey now, it costs money to run a stall. I need to raise my prices to help cover the expenses, you know?
Fair enough. How about 5 masks for 30% off?
All right.
It's so hot. Feels like I'm being roasted here.
Don't get too close.
I know. It's just so rare to see such a nice bonfire.
There are many beautiful things in the world. There's no need to be anxious.
I was surprised that you didn't even tell your sister. It seems she was quite frightened, too.
It would have been uninteresting had I told her what was going to happen ahead of time. Besides, with her friends by her side, she wouldn't ever be too scared.
Everything went according to plan. People started to panic as soon as they sensed that they had no idea what was happening.
Hey, you two, stop laughing! It was scary!
Have you finished exploring the festival? Well then, are you happy?
Yeah, it's great!
The original Mikawa Flower Festival was much more lively, but even if you could attend the original, you probably wouldn't be as happy as you are now, because it's always more fun to enjoy a festival with friends, isn't it?
Yes.
Well then, I'm guessing you have something you want to say to him alone? We'll leave you in peace.
What did you want to say to us?
Ah, you saw through me again. I can't help but feel...
It's not that I know everything. It's just that I've been in your position.
Traveler, do you have a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
Time to act. Time to act.
All right, here will do. Thank you for... Actually, I was delighted when I first discovered I was a yokai derived from a pair of Hagoita who came into being in the middle of a festival. So naturally, I wanted to go to more festivals, become friends with humans, and play Akitsu Yugen with them. But every evening, as night began to set in, I'd recall the bitter smile of the old samurai as then I would wonder, if I became friends with a human, would that person... As a result, I was convinced that I couldn't do it. I'm sorry that I spoke so strangely when we first met. I expected you to flee in terror. But when we met again, you acted like I knew you mistook me as one of the yokai. But instead of telling you the truth, I'm not completely sure myself. Perhaps it's because I've always wanted to be like Kamai, or perhaps it was because I knew I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want to be alone. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to play. When we played Akitsu Yugen, Paimon said the loser at the time... I wished for us to never cross. However, you still came and found me. Let me think. I wish for you to remember me. No. I only have one wish. Okay. Listen. I wish that every day of your journey ahead will be filled with joy, like a festival.
फाइंड लव ऑन बेस्ट डेटिंग साइट जस्ट रीडिंग आ रहे हटा दिया मैंने उसको आया था वैसे चलो ये वाला हो गया है फिस्ट अभी थर्ड वाला खुल गया इसको कल करते हैं ठीक है गाइस सो स्ट्रीम एंड करते हैं यहाँ पे ही आज के दिन। एंड मिलते हैं कल की स्ट्रीम पे ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस। एंड मिलते हैं कल की स्ट्रीम पे एक और गेंशिन के। ठीक है गाइस, चलिए मेक श्योर हिट द सब्सक्राइब बटन अगर आप न्यू हो तो। हम लोग बहुत क्लोज है 1K के। ठीक है, इस 1K पे वैसे कुछ खास है ये वो तो है 1K के, बस एक बार करा दो 1K। ठीक है गाइस, चलिए मिलते हैं।